Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Let's Play UnderRail with our new character. A character that will use traps, grenades and social skills, as well as all kinds of guns to survive in this ugly, highest difficulty level world. What does that mean? Well, first and for all, we'll go for perception, as high as possible to get all the secrets, and to use sniper rifles, pistols, assault rifles and SMGs. We're using social skills, mercantile, intimidate and persuasion. We'll be doing no crafting, we'll be doing no psi, we'll be doing no evasion, and we'll be doing no dodge. We'll not rely on armor, we'll rely on first strike and traps. With that being said, how will we do that? Of course, dominating difficulty, of course, classic experience. We'll put all our points into perception, and then we'll subtract one from will and one from intelligence, and we'll put both points into dexterity. Why not strength? We need strength to use sniper rifles and assault rifles, yes, but you also need a certain skill level, and when we reach the skill level to use assault rifles and sniper rifles, we have leveled up one to level 4, which means we can put 1 point into our strength, which will give us the strength to use the assault and the sniper rifles. The dexterity, we need to have a higher initiative, which is important, because we want to strike first. That's the trick. And we want to reduce the cost for pistols and SMGs. We're not using any other weapons in the beginning. However, with our skills concentrated in social skills mainly, for persuasion, intimidation and mercantile, we'll get access to a pretty strong ranged weapon right from the start, a pistol that does amazing amounts of damage. We'll go for stealth, hacking, lockpicking and traps. And we're getting even some bonus from our dexterity to mechanics, so that's beautiful. With that being said, the feats we take in the beginning will be paranoia to get even higher initiative, and aimed shot. Of course, there will be other skills from the start that we will take later on. This build is not as feat heavy as the monk was, but it still can use a lot of feats to great effect. And we're not as attribute heavy as the monk is. We'll need no more strength than 7. We'll need no more strength than dexterity than 7, no more agility than 5, no more constitution than 5, no more will than 4, no more intelligence than 4, and no more perception than 10. So that's okay. The 2 points we get to level 8 we'll put in strength, and then we can put stuff into perception, but we actually don't need it because we got all the skills and all the prerequisites for the skills, or for the feats, that we need. With that being said, let's jump right into the game. Oh, we must enter a name. Who am I to forget my own name? And a little bit another face would be nice. Something that looks a little bit at least like a soldier. Yay, that looks like someone who is ready for everything. Good, let's take that. We'll skip the intro and we'll skip the tutorial. We all have seen that. And we'll try to lockpicks and grenades, because the rules are out the window. Highest possible difficulty level. We'll use every bit of weaponry, trick and bonus that we can get our hands on. We don't care if it's fair. I mean, look at the title of the channel, but you get my point. We'll use everything we have to do as much damage as we can. And will not stop by shooting people in the back. So first of all, we'll get ourselves the mission. We all know that. It's to take back the outposts, fighting some rat hounds. By the way, did you know that rat hounds are vulnerable to fire? Which means if you are throwing flares, for example, you can make them run away in fear. Isn't that great? Okay, so we'll first loot the place dry, because you'll never know what you find. It's random to a certain point, so there is always the chance to find something down here. And in the kitchen there is always some food. Nothing here. There's just a bottle. So you might ask Boris, the monk. Didn't you like the monk? I love the monk. To be real honest, I love the monk. But the true and sad fact is it was too heavy in both skills and attributes and feats to be effective. So this build will be far less dependent on all of that. Hopefully. So, we'll talk to Mr. Quicksilver. Maybe we can get some good stuff from him. He said we'll not take his quest, because if we take his quest, certain ways will be blocked, and we don't want that to be blocked. Okay, that is not the best stuff I've ever seen. Constitution increased. Constitution increased, yeah, that is not helping us. So you're not helping us at this point. Shame on you. Let's get ourselves a gun. A real gun. That gun is good for a certain feat. It's not a good weapon to fight with. That sounds strange, but it actually is. Actually, I say actually too often, I know. The point is, we have a feat right from the start, which is called aimed shot, which will enable us to do enormous amounts of damage with critical hits. However, the weapon must have a great critical hit damage potential in order to make that work. Good. So we've got that. Let's see what he sells. He is selling lockpicks. I want all of the lockpicks, because lockpicks are experience waiting to be harvested. What do I mean by that? Every picking of a lock gives you experience. So the more locks we pick, the more experience we get. We will need a Hexter, and we'll need at least one battery. Oh, we could buy a Hexter too, by the way. How much more costly is that? That will cost us 19. Let's reset that. And the Hexter 2 will cost us 42. That's a lot more. A Hexter 2 gives you a bonus to hacking. We can do 15 with this or 20 with that. But it also costs more energy to be used. This costs 5 energy to be used. This costs 10 energy to be used. So it's much more expensive, but it's more versatile when it comes to using or to cracking codes and stuff. Damage through special attacks ranged weapons increased by 17%. Oh my god. That is immense, to say the very least. How let's first trade that. Thank you, sir. And how much for that? Yeah, I guessed as much. Yeah, you're not selling that to me, but that is, oh boy, 17% bonus damage to all ranged special attacks, and boy, will we be doing special attacks. With what? Let me show you. Normally, persuasion skill in the beginning, you can ask this guy for 2 possible weapon options, and you don't get any of those. You can ask for a shotgun. You can do that all the time because there are no shotguns here. But you can ask for a 44mm gun. And believe it or not, he gives you one with a damage potential of up to 45 mechanical damage. But when you do critical damage, it's 125% more of that. That means you're doing over 100 damage maximum with this thing. Oh my god, isn't that beautiful? I think that is. However, in normal combat, that thing is a pain in the ass because it costs 32 action points. So you cannot fire this weapon twice. You can only fire it once per turn. So that's not the best choice there is. Yeah, that would be good, but too expensive. Stealth increased and bullet increase and persuasion stealth increased. No, that is definitely not what we want. This is not that bad because it increases accuracy, agility, which is useful. This increases perception, which is beautiful. But what we really need, of course, are the lockpicks. He is selling a shock steel hammer. How great is that? We definitely want the Molotov cocktail, because those stuff is great. Can we pay that? Yes, we can. We still have some money left. There is no real use in trying to buy the weapons because they're far too expensive. I'm gonna look at the prices. However, we can try to get our hands on some grenades. Maybe 2? Can we afford 2 grenades? We can. But that's it. Let's trade them. You might ask, Boris, why are you going for the grenades and you're not going for... why you're going for the Molotov and not for the grenades? Well, that reason is pretty simple. The Molotov cocktail is against beasts like rat hounds because they fear fire. And with that weapon, or with this fire Molotov cocktail, we can scare them off and they will... and we'll have a chance to recover, to regroup, or do whatever is needed to be done. So, what are we doing here? We're trying to loot. There's some places in the game where you can get at least some stuff. Like a gas mask. Oh, that's beautiful. That opens new possibilities, doesn't it? And fibers, okay. This gas mask will come in handy later on. Very, very much handy, if you ask me. Absolutely beautiful handy. We might be even able to use that right from the start. Although it is a dangerous, I think it's worth the risk. It might just work out for us. Oh, look at that. There is something else we can plunder, and there is no one close. So we can just get it if there is something. We've got another Molotov cocktail. Beautiful! Beautiful! Let's see if there's something else down here. Never give up hope. Loot the place dry. That's my motto. Okay, nothing there. But I found a gas mask and a Molotov cocktail, so far I can really, really not say anything. And there's some gasoline. Okay. Some bottles. I think that's all there is in this area. Don't think there is any more. Do I remember that wrong? No, that's it. I think there is nothing here for us to get. Nope. No. Okay, I think it's time to equip our stuff. Armor penalty 10. That armor is not really very useful to us, but every little bit helps. So let's get ready to roll and rumble. Load the weapons. Load our Hexter. Get everything ready and going here. Beautiful. Normally I would go for the rat hounds immediately. However, this gas mask might be useful to us. It opens up some places that we normally cannot go. Although these are pretty dangerous places, I might add. Before we do anything stupid, let's have a look around. Maybe there is more stuff for us. Nope. What is that? An antidote? Removes poison. This might be worth money. I mean, we're playing this in the highest possible difficulty level. If we get poisoned, we're dead anyway. No matter what we do. Okay, nothing else here. That's how life is. He will not let us through because there are the lurkers on the other side. Now, should we go for the red hounds? Which is the safe bet? Or should we risk it and go into the devil's den and try to use our gas mask to great effect and to get some bonus on our way? Well, I'll let you decide. Until then, bye!